Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Mikulowski with a Forex quick look at the Aussie versus US dollar. Today's date is July 17, 2024. Let's get started. Before we look at the technicals that are driving this currency pair, we do have Australian employment data coming out this evening. That would be released at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time and sometime in the morning, early afternoon in Australia time. So be aware of that. 19.9 thousand is expected versus 39.7. The unemployment rate is expected to rise to 4.1 from 4.0. Technically speaking, it's important to understand the key levels in play. And if I were to point out a key level or area for the Aussie versus US dollar, be right here. You can see how the market came and formed the ceiling against this area right through here, and got close to it here before moving to the upside and using that level as support here and here. We returned back to that level in trading this week with the test of the 38.2% in trading yesterday, and in trading here today, we're moved back down toward that this area right through here near the 0.67128. At that level is also the 100 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's this blue line right here. And finally, the 38.2% retracement of the last move up from the low price that we saw here in the month of June to the high price that we saw in the month of July. That level comes in at 0.67128. So lots of support right here that, if broken, would increase the bearish bias and then have traders looking down toward the other moving average line. That's a green line right here, and that represents the 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart, and lo and behold, it too is joined by other levels, including near the 50% retracement, also near this trend line right here, connecting this low to this low right here. So this area down through here is going to be another key area down to 0.6675 up to 0.6687 type level. Be aware of that. So the downside is pretty well established as far as the key tactical levels right here and right down through here. If we break below the 200 bar moving average at 0.6675, it's further momentum to the downside for this pair. On the top side, if we were to move back to the upside, you just have to look, I guess, toward the high price that we saw in trading today, right through here, followed by this high price that we saw in last week's trading early last week. That level was broken later in the week, and we came up and broke through the topside channel trend line right through here, but then reestablished resistance against the channel line right there. So that's going to be important as well, this trend line. If we break above this high, however, then we'll look toward our high price that we saw in last week's trading up at 0.67978. Let's call it 668, and then we'll start to look toward this upper channel trend line, which corresponds with this line right down through here, which would be another support level on the downside. So that's my technical look at the Aussie versus US dollar ahead of the employment situation. The sellers are trying to take more control, but they have work to do to get below this key floor level, key moving average level, key retracement level. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.